have to put some pressure, and sometimes it's a little bit more pressure than she wants. So sometimes we have to give her breaks so it's not too much pressure in one spot. At this point, I'm going to get a little bit more lube so we can try to get a slightly better image of this baby. So we're going to just put the probe off for a second. More lube, please. It's a very dirty process. I will be covered in this at the end. Am I okay to touch her again? Yep, you are. All right. All of this is a voluntary process. Amali, our elephant here, can walk away at any point, and it's a trust that's been built between the elephant team and Amali that's allowing us to take a good view. Got more rib views. And right now it's hard to tell by these images, but this baby is positioned on the back. And my probe, if you can get a shot of it, is underneath Amali's belly, kind of far. And so you kind of have to do mental gymnastics to figure out what position that baby's in. Does she need a little bit of a break, you guys?
If you're not able to reach, we can have her come in a little further. But if you're able to get a good reach there.
I think we are.
Okay.
Ooh, baby's moving a little bit. More ribs. I think what we'll end up doing is having you position her again, just because as I'm following this baby, she's a little bit further away. Yep.
So if you want to take a couple steps back, we'll
Perfect.
reposition her for you.
So nice that baby showing up for you guys.
Okay, we can talk a little bit more about the training right now. Like Dr. Audrey said, this is completely voluntary for Amali. We build that trust. We build that trust bank with our elephants. And when we ask our elephants to do anything, they get rewarded with their favorite food. So if you can see Jenna on her waist, she has a pouch there with a whole bunch of fruits and vegetables in there. So when we ask Molly to do something, she knows that when she participates, she gets rewarded. It kind of is a pretty easy job for Molly right now. She needs to stand there and she gets paid throughout. Even though we were focused on the ultrasound, when Jenna gets Molly back in position, we'll just take a moment and watch what Jenna is doing to Molly. And anytime, she can just walk away from us. So she asks her to lean in, which means that she needs to come close to the bollards so we can get access to her body parts. As you can see right now, Jenna starts paying her or rewarding or reinforcing her for participating in this behavior. Karina's going to go up to make sure to gauge that Amali is comfortable and in a good state to allow us to continue with this process. At any time we feel that Amali wasn't comfortable and Amali didn't want to participate, we would stop doing the process and we'd come back either later on in the day or even another day. So our zoological care specialist feel that she's all good to go again, and Dr. Audrey's going to come up and continue that process. This is not a rare occurrence for elephants. It happens quite often. So she needs to take her bio break. So again, we don't expect her to stay in perfect body positioning as she's doing this. She's going to choose to relieve herself. And then when she's all comfortable, we'll start that process again. We'll have to come in that position. Karina will go up, make sure she's comfortable again, and then we'll start that again. Anytime we do a training session, it's not always exactly the same all the time. We always have to have that relationship where the elephant reads us and we read them and then we respond appropriately to make sure Molly's comfortable during that whole time. That whistle that you just heard is an indication to Molly that we are done that behavior and you don't have to stand in that behavior anymore. She's repositioning her again, getting her that lean-in position so she is next to the bollard so Dr. Audrey can come in and get that position. Again, over and over again, repetition. It makes, practice, repetition, allows her to be successful. High rewards as she's eating right now. And what we're going to do is we're going to make sure that we're going to clear out that area from the little present she left us, and then we will reset again. While they're doing that, I'm going to talk about the other things that we do with our elephants. Not only do we do ultrasounds for pregnancies, we also want to monitor a variety of different things. We weigh them on a regular basis. We do not want the elephants to gain too much weight. It is not healthy for them, and it could compromise when they deliver their babies. We are checking with our animal nutrition center, our nutritionist, on a regular basis to make sure that she's getting a proper diet and make sure she's getting everything that she needs in order to develop a nice, healthy calf. We take regular blood work on the elephants as well to make sure that everything looks good, making sure that, of course, they're still pregnant, making sure that there's no any abnormalities, anything we have to do. So just like when humans get babies, have babies on a regular basis, they're going to their doctors and they're getting checked out. We do the same thing here. We are also in the process of baby-proofing our facility. We have a new baby come to our home. We might have a new puppy or new kitten. The main thing we want to do is make sure that they don't get into spots that we don't want them to. Our elephants are 4,000 pounds, 5,000 pounds. We have our adult male who's over 12,000 pounds. So we build a facility to hold a 5,000 pound animal. These little guys, when they're born, maybe about 250 pounds. So still a really big baby, but kind of tiny next to mom, who's 5,000 pounds. So what we have to watch for is we're going through, just like mom and dad, for their little fur baby or for their child coming, you're trying to look to see where they can get in trouble and make sure they're not getting to areas they're not supposed to. So we're putting a lot of barriers up, closing gaps, so that the baby can't squirt into places that we don't want it to. Okay, looks like we're all set here. But again, repetition. Molly's coming in with that behavior. Jenna says, great, good job, Molly, here comes your reward. Karina's making sure everything's fine. Give the thumbs up to Audrey so we can come up here and continue this process.
You good?
Got some more rib views here, which is just a lot easier to see after all that feces is gone, actually. So she did us a favor. So we have really nice images of the ribs, the spine. I can see a little bit of fluid from the amnion, which is really important to take a look at while we're monitoring pregnancy to make sure it's nice and clear, there's no clumps in it, there's no sign of infection. I'm also looking at the layers between the placenta and the uterus to make sure there's not edema. Everything here looks great. See if baby's gonna move. That's me moving the probe. And that baby is upside down. That's the position we're in right now. See if I get a different angle for you guys. A little bit of movement. Let's see if I can scan a little bit more caudally here. See if we get some. Okay, what I think that you guys are very lucky. What we might have a little glimpse of right here may be, I don't want to speak too soon there. Yes, between the ribs here, the flickering you see is the heart. And we are very, very lucky to see this today. The baby has to be just in the right position to be able to view it. It takes a little bit of a trained eye to see it, but focus on this area right behind this rib. I'll try to sneak behind it with my probe, but that little flicker is what I suspect is the heartbeat. And it is sometimes hard to find this. So this is awesome. Kim, do you think we could go a little bit deeper? We might lose resolution, but I'd love to confirm for everybody watching that this is the heartbeat. Yes, we've got heartbeat. That is awesome. So We look for this. We always want to see it to confirm that everything's going well with the baby. It's a little fuzzy because it's a little bit deeper in this mama's abdomen. So we lose a little bit of resolution, but you guys are seeing the live heartbeat of our soon-to-be calf. Oh, it's so cool. This never gets old. Now the baby's moving a little bit, so I think that was a good view. Oh, that's so cool. Let me side around here, see if I can see something else. Heart again. This is so cool. And it looks like that heartbeat is nice and strong. Oh. Here's a view of the side of the head. It's a little bit of a funny angle. All right, you guys are my good luck charms today because I'm getting a really nice view. Awesome. Okay. And we are approaching our final 100 days. I've got to get a little bit more lube here, guys, of pregnancy. More is always better. All right. I'm going to go ahead and try again, you guys. But I'm already so happy with what we were able to see. Mama elephant here is being so tolerant. Very cool. I think we got excellent footage here today, Vernon. So if you would like to take it from here,
Sure, we'll do, Audrey.
that would be amazing.
So, even though Audrey said it's very special, we're not just saying that. You know, some of us behind the camera, we're pretty excited because every time we do an ultrasound, we don't see a heartbeat every day. We don't know what we're going to see because, baby likes to flip and flop left and right, further in, closer to the abdomen. So it was really cool that we saw what we did. Audrey mentioned that we are in the last 100 days of our pregnancy. So we are expecting these girls to give birth somewhere around September or October. What's interesting is we have about a 22-month gestation period, which means an elephant is pregnant for 22 months. And in that 22 months, we can easily say there's a 2-month window of when the baby is going to be born. So we are really going to start watching and monitoring things even more closely when it comes to September and October. What she's getting right now, Molly did such an amazing job. After we told her that she was all done, she gets an alfalfa hay, and that's a special treat for her. Again, it's positive relationships, positive reinforcement for the elephant doing something really, really good. Not only is this exciting for us here, again, first time the zoo has ever had this. I've worked with elephants for almost 30 years, and this is the first time I'm going to be involved in an elephant calf. So there's so much excitement all around for everybody. And quite honestly, this wouldn't be possible without the amazing support that we get from our guests and the Fresno County community. Measure Z, this wouldn't happen without Measure Z and your support. So this is not just a first for me, first for the community, but this is really all because of the support that you guys give us that we can do this at all. So please keep monitoring us, keep telling us what you would like to see. We want to keep this support going. We will give you regular updates, and then hopefully, once the fall comes, nothing's more special than 2 little baby elephants running around. So again, please come on this journey with us, and we'll keep you updated and bring you along for the ride. Thank you very much for joining us.